looking at a walking bass study we've converted across to guitar because it sounds cool and it works really well if you sort of copy the bass guitar with us in unison. And it's using the chords by Jimi Hendrix called Hey Joe for the song. Very, very cool progression. Let's start at the top. Now, I want us to learn a few basic shapes, arpeggio shapes, just to get going. So we're actually on the same page as our bass players. We're going to start on A because we can. Obviously, the chords are going to be moving. The arpeggio shapes are going to be moving. We're going to start from the A here, fret 5 on the 6th string. And this is your major shape, slow motion. Now, on the PDF, I'd really like you to have it already pre-printed or on your screen so you can see it. The root note is highlighted in red, and the blue note is your major third for the major arpeggio. Okay, so use your major arpeggio one more time. Root note, third note, which in other words, this is the note that gives it its characteristic major sound. And then one more time from up front. And then we're going to look at the minor. Now, if you know a little bit about theory and you know about majors and minor chords, your minor triad has got a flattened third. So your blue note, which was here, is now shifted back. So here's your minor. Listen to the difference. Here's major. And here's minor. You can hear the difference. That flattened third gives it that deeper, darker sound, which is attributed to the minor. They refer to major normally as happy and minor as sort of more sad. Okay. Now, on the scales that I'd like us to know, I want us to know our minor blues scale for starters, which is going to be the scale here. I want you to know that scale, and I also would like you to get to be familiar with your major blues scale, which is going to sound like this. Okay, now what we're going to be doing is we're going to be combining, for example, a major arpeggio and add some of the different notes in. So in other words, what I mean is you take the major, put in the scale note, the flattened fifth from the minor blues, and you get a nice cool walking sound. Sounds quite sweet. Now on the next part where it says ascending in A, we're going to take that concept and we're going to build a sort of a very basic walking riff, which is going to sound like this. We can play with the rhythm as well. We can play with the tempo and do something like this. You can double it like that. You can go. You can really play around and experiment. And just one more time on the notes up close. This is straight. And these are the notes that we show actually on your PDF file. The next one, which is ascending and descending, we're going to kick the octave in. You should be aware of octaves, whatever this note is. If I go 2 strings down, 2 frets across, that's the octave. And check this out. And you got the introduction to My Sharona by the Knack using octaves. That's the important part here. Check this out. We're going to start the same. And halfway through, we switch to the octave. 1, 2, 3, 4. Octave, and we come back with the octave like that. So it's also a nice variation. So using your scales, using your arpeggios, we combine them and you can get some really cool riffs coming out of it. Now we're going to go to the Hendrix thing over here and we're going to see that there's 4 basic chords, C, G, D, A. And then there's quite a scary sounding chord called E7 sharp 9. We'll tackle that later. Let's first get the C, G, D, A. For those that know a bit of music theory, this ties in perfectly with your circular fifths. And what we mean by this over here, let's look at C. There's C, fret 3 on the 5th fret. Okay, fifth string, sorry. Okay, and we're going to do the basic first 4 notes. And you've got a chromatic run there on your 4th string going fret 2, 3, 4. If I went one step further, this note where my pinky is G. What's the next chord? It's G. But instead of going to that G, we dropped an octave lower. Remember that 2 down, 2 across scenario we did? That we just jammed previously from A? Same concept. So instead of doing this, we did this instead. Sounds pretty sweet. And it also helps introduce the new chord because we're kicking to the deeper note, the bass note. And now we're going to build exactly the same riff from there. And this leads perfectly into D. What's the next chord on your page? D. So each one of these chromatic riffs is leading or introducing the following chord in the sequence. So C leads to G, G leads to D, D will lead into A, and the A will actually lead to the E7 sharp 9 as well. So there's another circle of fifths. It's all coming together slow motion. Now, to conclude this video, what's the shape and the repetition here? And in the second video, we're going to look at the E7 sharp 9 and we're going to do some improv. Okay, but let's do this slow motion. And then you got the E note, which will give you the E chord. Like I said, video 2, we'll see you there. Also, when you change from the G to the D, instead of doing this and then jumping, I would rather walk with the middle finger. Check how nice the middle finger leads from the G to the D. It takes you into the root note, the opening note for that chord. And that also works and holds true for the A into the E. Here's A. Watch the middle finger leading you to the E note as well. So it really fits together quite nicely. I hope you've got that. So before you tackle the second video, please make sure you can do this. And I'll see you shortly for some E7 sharps 9. Thank you.